Hi all, so this will be the final video in this series. We have already almost completed our project. In this video, we will be seeing how we can maintain the state of the cart items using this reduxjs-toolkit library. So reduxjs-toolkit is basically a wrapper over the conventional way of doing Redux. It introduces the boilerplate of writing separate actions and action strings and action dispatcher methods. If we selected this ebook, then we add it to cart. This ebook of with one quantity will be added to this one. Now if we again click on this one, again go and we selected paperback and it will click added to cart, then this one paperback will be added to this cart item. So here there will be actually two items, one is of type ebook and one is of type paperback, and from here we can increase or decrease the quantity by that plus and minus as we seen in the last video, and we will be hooking all those things in a cart slice. This is the logic that we will be going through in this video. For that we will be needing two libraries. So we will be needing this reduxjs-toolkit react redux. So let's wait to install. Okay, so let's start again. Yes, restarted. How will the workflow happen is that in the shopping cart we will be getting this thing from the reducer, this data, and the process of adding the data in the reducer will happen in the book details screen. Here we will be adding this data. So let's create a store. This will be a folder file index.ts artslice.ts. Then we will be getting the port part reducer. We have not created the reducer yet, but we will be creating now. So this will be a get. Then so here we pass some keys. The reducer will be a list of what will be an object that they will be cart reducer. Then to export type root state. Why we are doing this? Because we will be needing this when we make typings in the selectors. So we will be creating some common selectors so that instead of writing the same in every screens, reuse them through a function. So we type return type. So return type is a TypeScript utility which will give us a return type of this with type of code.getState. So type app dispatch. This we will be using when we dispatch something. Now in this cart reducer, we have to do the cart slice. We have mistakenly put it in the cart slice. Now we will be creating the cart slice. There will be three items tagged in this reducer. One will be the actual cart items. One is the delivery fee and the free delivery from. Okay, now let's do it one by one. Putting the from at the reduxjs toolkit. First thing that we need is create slice. On cart slice. taking some name cart. So the name, we will be saying it when we dispatch any action. In the debugger, you can see that there is a @redux/cart. So in this way, it uniquely identified that this is a reducer. Initial state, we will create a table with item, then delivery fee. Suppose we put at 15. We do free delivery 200. So this is the threshold above which the delivery fee will be 0. Okay, to make it type safe, we'll create a type initial. This will this will be a cart item. We have already done the testing in the previous video. Cart item, make sure to import it. Delivery fee per, and a free delivery from will also be. Okay, we add typing to here. So initial state will be this is the same name. There the reducers. This will contain the actual reducers. Now we will be having two reducers. So one is the add cart item, so that whenever we press on add to cart, this will be added to the cart and it will come here. Another one is change quantity. Change quantity is when we do this. Whenever we click on, we press on a minus or 1, we will be hitting this change quantity reducer. Okay, so let's see how we will be doing this add cart item function. So this will be contains state and action. Now in the action, we will be sending two things like in the payload. One is the price and another is the product. So the price is because, as we said, we will be adding types, the different cart items on the basis of the type, like ebook. So a book can have ebook or paperback, then they will be two different cart items. So suppose there is a ebook, and currently when it is added, if there is nothing, then ebook will be quantity 1. And suppose again we added a paperback type, this will be again 1. Okay, now if suppose we pressed on again ebook, so in that case our ebook will be changed to 2. Okay, so we have to maintain logic in this reducer. So we will be getting this from action.payload. Now how will be the typing for this action.payload is, there is a type called payload action. This is a generic type. Here we will be giving the type of this content. For that I will be doing addCartItem payload. Now this we will add here product, ebook will be price. This I will get it from here, price and product. Here I will get product price. Now first we will check if that item with the same price exists or not. Right, if this item exists, will be, so whatever is in the state dot items dot find. So state is this, it is the entire thing, it is the state. So we will first check if there is a similar product and item of this one. So item dot product dot underscore id equals to product dot underscore id and item dot price dot type equals to price dot type. So this will check, suppose this necromancer of type paperback is already existing. Okay, if it does not exist, then we will add it, push it to the items, and in this case the quantity will be 1 since this is newly added. State dot items dot push the product, then quantity v1 the price. Okay, else we have to find out the index in this particular items and then replace it. So index, there is a array method called find index. So this will be, this logic will be similar to this one. Then old item, and at this index state dot items, then we will replace it. So state dot items dot price at this index. Okay, so what does it mean? At this index, at the index, suppose the index that we get is 2, we will replace this element. So in this case the product and price will remain same. So and we will just need to update the quantity. So what we can do is we can do old item comma, then quantity will be old item dot quantity plus 1. Okay, so this is the logic behind add to cart. We are checking if the if it does not exist, then we push it with the quantity 1. If it exists, then we update the old item with the quantity plus 1. Whenever we click on from the screen to the add to cart, go to the change quantity. Change quantity, we will be just taking the what is the product ID, then we will be updating the amount in here, whether it is positive or negative. This is almost similar to the this one. You can do, so here instead of the product I will get a product ID thing. This will be, we look, so this will be also similar to this one, state comma action. This will be payload action. Put this one, then what we will get is the product ID, price and the amount. This will be 1 or -1. So let's destructure all these things. Product ID, we have to put it inside the reducer. So index of this one, this will be similar to this one. X. So we get the, find out the index, which is this product ID. So there will be no quantity, there will be a amount. A price dot time that we get old quantity goes to old item dot quantity, then the new quantity goes to old quantity plus amount. Now in here, we once we get, suppose there is 2 items initially, then we add 1, then it will be 3. And in each case, we are, suppose there is 1 item initially and we have pressed minus, so in that case it will be 0. So instead of it displaying 0, we need to remove it from the cart itself. So for that we will be writing a logic. If a new quantity, if it is less than or equals to 0, then we'll be removing this. So state dot items size index 1. Else if it is greater than 0, we will be doing old item comma quantity new quantity. So I think it is done. Another reducer we need to add, that is this when we click to proceed to buy button. So before proceed to buy button, before this routing we need to clear all the items from this. So basically we will be just resetting the items and add a method called clearCart, and it will be just state dot items equals to this will clear it them out. So now our reducer part is done, but we will be needing some selectors. So what we can do is cart slice gives us the actions in reducer the action. This reducer we will be adding it to the index. So see, this is the reducer. Now we will take the selectors. Selectors are basically function which will fetch from the state. So the first one that we need is export const items state. Now the typing for the state is what we done in this one, root state. So both, then we will be adding it in here. Now the state, at this point the state can have multiple reducers like this one. So it can be cart dot like this item. So this gives us the list of items. One more thing that we need is the whatever the reducer is in there, the action will be of the same name. Export the actions, get the add cart item, then change quantity clearCart. Now we will be making a dispatch from this add to cart button, so that we manipulate here. Whenever this one is done, we will be able to see a book here. Now let's go to the book details. Selected type is there. Okay, the thing we have to do is we have to wrap this entire thing in a provider. So in the app.tsx, we will be wrapping it in a provider. We will get from React Redux. And we also need the store. The provider. So now every component will have access to the stored data. We will be dispatching it React type redux. This will be use dispatch. So what we can do now, fetch equals to dispatch. So we will be dispatching this. Okay, now in the dispatch we need to add that action, add cart item. Better to make an alias here to make it readable. Action. Okay, this add cart item takes two things, price and the book. The price will be selected type product with the book. Now if we add it to this one, this, and we do use selector from this React Redux, fetching from the selector, select items. Okay, so we will be now adding this to cart and check if it is working. So add to cart is there. So it is showing this. Okay, we added this. So these two books are showing. Now the thing is that quantity is not correct. So let's fix that. Go to the shopping cart. Quantity is in both are a ebook, that is fine. but the quantity is this one, cart item dot quantity. In this one we have to do, okay, prices are also not correct, so the price will be this one, cart item dot price dot your price. Okay, so 30 and 70. Now we can do the how we will increase the quantity. So we'll be adding two methods here, const increase quantity, then in the quantity we have to dispatch those, equals to use dispatch. Use dispatch will do change quantity, then the payload will have product id, which is this cart item dot product dot underscore id, the amount. In case of change increase quantity it will be 1, and the price will be cart item dot price. Okay, so almost the same thing for the decrease quantity. Typo here. In case of decrease quantity the amount will be -1. Now we just need to put it in here on press equals to decrease quantity. This will be increase quantity. Okay, so now if we keep on increasing, this will increase. Now if I click on minus, this will be removed. Another thing that we need to change is this proceed to buy button to get it. Art items equals to use selector. Select items and then cart items dot length. Okay, so one small change that we have to do is here the rupees will be multiple of the quantity, so it will be into cart item quantity. Let's build the subtotal. So the subtotal will be calculated in the cart slice itself. Export const select subtotal root state state dot cart dot. So the reduce the will be the current. So now what we will have to loop over the plus whatever current price dot price current quantity to return. So we will put the subtotal in the shopping cart. See, the subtotal is coming, and now if we increase the quantity. Okay, next one is the delivery price. Basically, the delivery price will be dependent on the subtotal one. Now, if the subtotal one is greater than this free delivery from, then the delivery fee will be 0. Otherwise, it will be the delivery fee. Okay, for that we have to first get the value of this select subtotal. Now, to have one selector depend on another selector, we have to import a method called createSelector. CreateSelector library. So, but before that, we have to find also take out the delivery from. Just create a cart items. We will not be exporting it. State.cart. Create the delivery price. Select. Now in here I will use the create selector. So the create selector will take in the selectors that we need. Then it will compute the function based on the selector value. So the first one is cart I select subtotal, and then it will in a callback. So this will take the first one. The suppose this one is cart and subtotal. We don't need in use of error function. If subtotal greater than cart dot from, else it is. The thing that we have to do is the total will be dependent on the subtotal and delivery price. So we will be again using the same create selector const total. The create selector will have first of all the select subtotal, select delivery price. So this will be their subtotal, first one, and this delivery price will be simply the sum of the total plus delivery price. Selecting this one, shopping cart, select delivery. Okay, now to here, it is 30 and this one is 30, delivery 15 and total is 45. Now P delivery from is 200. It will keep on increasing till it is 2. At this point 180 it is 15. See here 210 and the delivery 0, and so once it crosses the threshold the total it becomes 0 and the total is 210. When we go to this order proceed to buy button, here the order is placed, but at that time we should also clear the cart. So now if we come to this home tab and go here, till the items is still there. So what we can do for that is we will be using this clear cart function. So in this shopping cart, whenever there is a buy component, we'll be dispatching this patch. Then in the dispatch doing clear cart. Now if we click on this proceed to buy, see the order placed is there. To the home tab and this, see the shopping cart is empty. I guess that's it for this video and this playlist. We have learned a lot. That we have learned about the shared element transition, this React navigation, and also this reduxjs toolkit. We maintained this cart state, and we also did some kind of cross routing between these two different navigators. So yeah, thanks all for watching this.